delusions, and the phone's about to die. Delusions of grandeur. Been thinking about that tonight. How a person can go through their lives and expect those around them to see not with their eyes, but with the beliefs of the other person. I'm a very tall man. I am 6'4". I hit my head on everything. I don't trust chairs. I'm a very large presence when I walk into the room. My mouth's very dry. I don't expect people to see a midget when I walk into a room. I think that would be ridiculous. There goes Mike the midget. Preposterous even. I am who I am. Words and all. As we all are. I think that it's a shame. We have become so preoccupied with self-actualization and finding what it means to be me. That we have lost our purpose. It's like running endless side quests and never finishing the fucking campaign. I think that's kind of part of it. Too much video game shit, too much single player life. We've been a species that's lived in communities for most of our existence. And now, this is in the last 200 years even, since World War II, we have, and in America mostly, it's not so prevalent in the European countries and Middle East, certainly not in the poor places like Latin America or Africa where they can't afford to. It's not, see, you didn't see a lot of it in the Asian cultures either up until recently. We always stayed together in big families and clans. And now we all live apart in our little homes with our little families and blah, 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 blah. This preoccupation with isolation and self-actualization has deprived us from the benefit of experience that a collective being just of the experience of a collective being. That's well enough. And when in doubt, the benefit of a collective history and wealth of knowledge is that we can take the lessons learned from the things around us and if we choose, we can get a better understanding. And if we choose not, we can find reasons to justify things that we believe. And we as humans are very good at idealization and justification and rationale. I was thinking tonight, how does 2 plus 2 actually equal 5? Not in like a sarcastic manner. What is the mechanics of it? How do I get to that conclusion? There's only a few ways to do it. We have to change something for certain. We have to say a thing that is no longer is. A thing that is now isn't. We have to say that 1, for instance, is not 1. But 1 is 1.25. And how does 1 become 1.25? 1 is 1. Well, if we cut 1 down to 8, and we said there were 8 things of things in the number 1, whatever the metric there is. And we said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 units of 1.25, or 0.125 rather. Then we would say we have 1, it's in 8 pieces. And if we decided that 8 pieces was no longer what the composition of the number 1 was, if we decide that, well, in order for number 1 to be of number 1, it now requires 9 pieces of 8. And if we took 9 pieces of 8 and we stacked them on top of each other, we could tell ourselves that is now 1. And if I have 1 of something and I put another 1 next to it, of 9 pieces of 8, I now have 2. And if I take these 2 9 pieces of 8 and I align them with 2 more, I will have 2 sets of 2 9 pieces of 8. And they will actually equal 5. Alternatively, if we want to keep our 1, the number 1, no longer make it a 9 pieces of 8, well then 2 and 2 are still going to equal 4. That's not going to work. So we have to change the way the math works. We have to change what it means to be, what it means to plus. What is 2 plus 2? What does it mean to plus? Do we just combine the things? Because if we just stand 2 and 2 together, it's going to be 4, and that's not what we're going for here. We need to change it. We need to make it equal 5. So maybe 2 plus 2 is not just counting them, but counting the connection. Maybe we add maybe adding is counting 1, 2, and then if you add two of the same number, you have to count how many times you've added it as well. And then we've added two of the same, so one time, so that now equals 5. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but the math works if you change the way it works. Maybe now mathematics requires participation, an account of participation from the doer of the math. And now we don't just say that 2 plus 2 is 4. We say 2 plus 2 plus me, because I'm special, equals 5. And now 2 plus 2 equals 5. Until it doesn't. And for some, that may never come. But for others, it often does. It seems like a whole lot of damage is sometimes caused in pursuit of would be noble causes had they been born in better, more thought out causes. Would be noble efforts in what would have been otherwise. Well, to that, I say, Happy Pride Month.